swear, the moment we took our eyes off Val, something went bad. We just went out to go look for him, and then he was being beset upon by these soggy, sodden, undead creatures. And probably against my better judgment, I jumped in the water to swim across and help him. Luckily, I was swimming away, so I didn't see whatever disappointed look Acrio had on his face. He seems very angry at Val, and I can't exactly blame him, but he said that if Val leaves his sight, he'll just cut him down, and that seems a little excessive, maybe. But if that's what he wants to do, then it's not like I can stop him. And then we went to the library. I managed to get some of what Amrita wanted me to get. We met back up, and Val and I attempted to cure Cillian, but Acrio sort of dealt with it much more efficiently than we could. And there's so much going on. We go to this tavern, and then this guy shows up, and he was the guy that put the curse on Cillian, and he talked of curses. The curse that Cillian's curse started off as, and how it took hold from really powerful words. I might have to keep that in mind for myself.
It's still bumpy. Trying to wrap my head around things logically, but I'm finding it rather difficult at this moment. I can't even keep my words together or thoughts in a straight line. So much has happened in such little time. There are things I'm wondering about. Cillian and I managed to examine Pearl's corpse. I didn't find anything regarding self-harm or blood and the likes. Only a journal. Maybe there's something useful in there for the sickness that's going around, I don't know. Possibly some kind of love affair. It's all very odd. We eventually met back up with the others. I still cannot believe that Valerie is now a vampire. I don't think it was wrong how Acrio reacted. Who knows? I would probably react similarly. I think that Inspector Malcolm is his name. What are the odds that he is connected to the garrison and this curse that was Oblivion, Catalina's curse, whatever it is? There's so many things that are just ending up in the same place. And the fact that Tiberius is here, and he's also in the garrison. What? Why? Why is he there? And I don't rightly know. I don't know what to do, but I have to see this through, or at least try and get him out. And I can only hope that, since we know the name and origin of Cillian's curse, something can be done about it.
Acrio split off from the rest of the party, making his way through the streets of Hanweir. You see the various chimneys and smokestacks, people doing their daily cooking and whatnot. Those plumes of smoke make it impossible to know which one is your forge cart, which is so easy to identify in a smaller town or in a wilderness location. That constant black plume. And thinking of the forge cart brings you just mentally back to smithing and the work that you have to do with it, which just flickers in your mind this moment when you were first apprenticed in Braylet to the old blacksmith, Rex Giebler, and he tried to impart some technique, but you remember most of the time just like working the bellows and doing the menial tasks and having to be reminded constantly to pay attention. What is Acrio's thought now as he's had to be retrained in blacksmithing about his time during that age?
I think that memory, he probably, it was different because what calling it blacksmithing is it's like fine woodworking versus building houses, making nails and horseshoes and pitchforks and shovels for his entire life, even if the blacksmith in Braylet taught him everything he knew, it would be like a drop of water in the ocean that he now has to explore. So I don't think he dwells on it too much in a regret way. But I think the only thing he would think back on is that it was simpler. It was wake up every morning, make nails for 8 hours, and go to bed. But that's all. It's a fleeting desire, because of course simplicity is the exact reason why he would run away every day, is because he didn't want to sit around doing the same thing for 8 hours. So there's the competing, I want to take a break right now versus I want to keep going. And so yeah, I think he's happy where he is. He's glad he pissed off that blacksmith and was there for the conversation where they were screaming to his father about how he'd never be a blacksmith, let alone an apprentice of any merit.
There is that desire for the more simple, not only occupation, but life in general, with all these things going on around you, complex situations. But at the same time, like you said, that need for something exciting has always drawn Acrio a bit. And you reach the library again, I presume is actually where you were going.
Yeah. Getting to the library, turn around, guessing there's no one behind me.
Pedestrians.
We'll deal with that later. The lack of. And what he's doing in the library is seeing, because of course it's cool and all to theorize like a lunatic to your party about how you think you can fix this cow, but he wants to go through and look through and see if there are any historical recordings, recollections, that's the word, of someone doing something similar.
Okay. Transmutational
Yeah.
events. I'll have you make an investigation check and also roll a d10, please.
Fuck. There's a reason
Or-
he uses wisdom.
Or you could do a religion check if you would so choose.
Hey, religion's much better. Still in, but I'm
If you-
proficient.
If you have inspiration too, I think you can use it as automatic success check. Usually.
Yeah, I think a 16
Yeah.
is good. And then you said a D10?
Yes, please. Yeah, I wanted to
Nice.
remind you because Danielle did this last session we played, which is, about 4 years ago, where she was like, oh, I want to spend my inspiration in advance to roll with advantage. And I'm like, if you spend it in advance, you can just automatically succeed. I forget to remind people that that's
Yeah.
Wait,
Uh,
what?
that's one of my
Yes.
homebrew rules that I
We
had
all
wanted to bring it
forgot. We
up.
forever.
all forgot.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
forgot that. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to succeed, you can automatically succeed by spending inspiration before you roll.
Well,
If you
so-
roll, then it can be a re-roll.
Wait, so
If
then
you
how
roll
does
and it's
that
bad?
how does that affect things where you kind of gauge based on the roll how well they succeed? Is it just like spend it before and get the best result possible?
More or less,
Okay.
or an 80% positive result, something like that.
Yeah, because I was
It
gonna
would,
say
it would
like
be situational, but
yeah.
you do have to inquire with the head librarian, this older woman, who raises an eyebrow at your reappearance so soon after bringing Lorelei to view some of the less publicly available books, and then coming right back after researching the same sorts of things. She'll just be like, very well then. Take you to that
Yeah.
section, and you're looking for similar instances.
Yeah.
There's plenty of times when magic has been used to alter forms. As far as the church considers that, it's not like it's heathenistic magic or anything like that, but it's not something they really do.
Yeah.
However, as far as like breaking curses, I think there would probably be a story of like the old story of the hedge knight, this knight that was transformed into like a hedgehog man as a curse. But then the church, at least in their documentation of it, was able to break that through Avacyn's power and restore him to a fully humanoid form. But that shape
Yeah.
wasn't permanent to begin with. So
So diverging from that completely, also just instances where angelic magic's been tampered with, I guess would be the worst way to put it. in the way Acrio's been theorizing. Layering magic like a cake.
yeah, one of the most notable instances is what recollection there is, or what understanding there is of the origin of vampires, claims that the progenitor Edgar Markov, in his profane alchemy, bled an angel and used her angelic blood to manipulate his experiments, which may or may not have led to the origin of vampires themselves.
That's why Dr.
Oh,
it's
Asuriel.
can be used. So it theoretically could be used for darker purposes. Is there anything else in particular that I'm not picking up what you're laying down?
Got it. No, I'm trying
There
to.
is you did roll 16. That's pretty good. I just want to make sure I get what you're actually going for.
No, I'm just trying to fill in the gaps, turning theory to practice in making this super ritual of pouring spells into a magic circle cooking pot. So,
It doesn't seem like it's impossible.
got it.
Lorelei,
Okay.
we have to cook.
We have to cook Lorelei. What are we making? Meth. I mean, we're fixing the cow.
As many of these books lead you away more from religious tomes to like historical accounts, you do find relatively newer publication, this leather black bound book. It's not very thick, but on the spine there's like it looks almost like the rook chess piece, a little castle piece, and like gold filigreed book called Castles, Ramparts, and the Architecture of War.
Slide it into my bag.
You're not allowed to keep books, but if you want to steal it, you can.
No, I won't steal it. Jake just casually sliding that he wants me to fix the forge.
I mean, you rolled the 9, not me.
I'll take that book to the front, and I'll put it on the counter, and I'll ask the librarian if I could pay someone to transcribe it to a new book for me.
That's a bit of an odd request. I suppose it's possible you could purchase a copy. It's a newer publication, more academic. I'm not sure why someone of your proclivities would be interested, but probably procure one.
Oh, okay. I just assumed one copy, and then anyone who wants an extra just needs to spend a few days copying every word from it, but
those were the good old days. This printing from Nephalia they do mass produce. It's very modern.
They certainly are interesting over there. Well, if you believe you can procure me a copy, then I'll be glad to purchase it off of you.
For the church, anything?
How kind. Are they a person of the church, or are they just a librarian just doing their own thing?
Make a perception check.
Got it. Boop. 9.
As far as you can tell, she's not wearing like priestess robes or anything like that.
Yeah.
Closest you can see is that she has her hair done up with like a little pin in it, but the main, I don't know if we call it a brooch or hair clip part of it, is in the shape of the symbol of Avacyn. That's very commonly worn, so what exactly it means you can't be sure, but many high-ranking officials in most positions are in some way related to the church.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing they wouldn't let her just watch over all the Cathar-only books if she wasn't in some way. Okay, well, if she says she can get me a copy, then I'll hat and leave. Did I actually get anything, like, concrete useful from those books that would have been worth adding to my scribbles of notes?
I mean, yeah.
Hey, this guy did it this way, or this person used this.
Sure.
Okay. That's it.
Alrighty.
Skedaddle on to go kill Val.
Back in the River's Rush Tavern, can I have both Lorelei and Amrita make perception checks of their own?
Yes.
And this is based on sight.
Okay.
I am looking. No, I'm not.
Lorelei looks at the floor.
She's just like fucking just thinking about what Acrio's up to right now. Just like staring out the window. Like,
It's like, oh, I almost hit investigation. That's very wrong. Perception.
That's looking too much.
It's not obsessive
Yeah.
or anything.
Oh, so many 9s.
Yeah, Lorelei being unfocused and a little bit phased by the inspector's obvious accusations regarding Val. He doesn't know, or at least you hope he doesn't know what is really going on, but speaking even as you did in public and him overhearing is not something she would like to have had out in the world. Amrita, however, you notice as he's moving on from your table and going to leave, there's another person who enters and almost like bumps into Inspector Mulvane, and the guy, brushes it off and is just like, yeah, oh, sorry, pardon. But the inspector like very callously eyes him as he moves past, and just in that brief moment where this person brushed up against him on his right side where his uniform cloak hangs down, you're fairly certain where his arm should have been, you see bones, like a skeletal hand hanging there under his cloak.
She will stand from the table and probably look over at Lorelei. I'm going to go to the garrison. Might you accompany me?
Yeah, of course.
You can address Cillian or
I was trying to
Man.
think of what to even
What
do
do we do
about that. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Has he
I'm like,
phased
oh.
into the wall again?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
he phased into the wall. He's like, ah.
Oh shit, he's A-posing.
Yeah. And I believe you shall point at Cillian. You should stay here.
Cillian's amber eyes follow the inspector as he leaves, not looking up at you as you speak to him. There's that portion of the iris that it's starting to turn white with everything else. This vitiligo that's spreading on his face. He'll almost be a bit startled after you've said that. I have to go. And he just gets up and leaves.
Have him doing anything stupid. Never mind. We'll talk while we walk outside. Let's go.
Yeah.
What did you find, by the by, at the library? Anything?
Yeah, I didn't really find a huge amount though. I found something about Cillian's family, but I don't know if that's exactly what we needed.
Probably no different than the journal that I read. That was also just that. Talking about his family, nothing else. Shit.
Somehow I get the impression the answers we're looking for can't really be found in books. Or at least, not books that are just in some town's library.
No, I'd reckon not.
You know, the Vistani are more oral tradition. Their legends are spoken. They don't write things down very much. It was unusual to even find much information on them in another, wandering monk's transcribed journal.
There's something odd, though, about that inspector, but I don't want to piss him off. Not when I need to get inside the garrison and find out what the hell is going on.
Yeah, I should have kept my fucking mouth shut. Why did I forget that other people are around sometimes. I didn't mean to talk about Val in the open like that.
I wonder how long he's been stuck like that. Probably since he's been hanging from that tree. Makes sense why he wasn't dead.
Yeah, it would. Although, if he has run off on his own, he won't be stuck that way for very much longer. For his own good, I hope he's with Acrio.
But yeah, listen, if we get in the garrison, I don't even know how that will go. There are things that do not need to be mentioned. As I said, my condition is something he's never known.
I'll just shut up completely, then. I mean, I don't know the guy. There's nothing I need to say. I'll just be there for, support.
Yeah. I think you should save whatever message thing you do. Send it to Sir Lane. Since he promised to try and help with Cillian's situation.
And tell him what?
I don't rightly know. That's something else we'll figure out. There's too many things at once.
If he's working on the curse, I trust that he'll keep working on it. Doesn't seem like the type to, suddenly ditch an idea. If he's promised you he'll go through with it.
You better. And then, yeah, she just sees Amrita pick up the pace, walking.
Scurry along afterwards, because you got bigger legs than me.
Can I have one of you roll a d10, please?
You do it, Speedy Gonzalez.
Okay. Oh, a 1.
you make your way toward the garrison, western side of town. It's pretty obvious where the flow of militia and guardsmen comes from, watching their patrols, and you can see in this neighborhood surrounding the training grounds and the head offices for all of this militaristic duty, there's not a lot of people out on the streets. In other parts of the town, you've seen people on the road either selling wares, there's a merchant district you pass through. There's people who are out like with the, enjoying the harvest moon warmth with the looms and spinning wheels and that sort of thing. But as you get closer to the garrison, it's like the people who are out almost pull their hats down and move past any guards. Everyone keeps quiet. There was chatter and, street commotion, and then everything starts to get a little bit more hushed. And the thing you pick up the most is just this rhythmic thumping, marching of boots.
I wonder if they're doing some kind of training in this area. Or it could probably be the prisoners within. There's a lot of footsteps, marching sounds.
Everyone seems a little reserved, so let's try not to stick out too much.
Might be a little late for that, after we both followed the inspector earlier. And then, does it look like the guards are posted out by a door to this building, or...
I mean, there are guards posted everywhere here. The main garrison seems to be like somewhat of an armory. Attached to that is what you suspect to be like courthouses. All of them decked with these like symbols of Avacyn and banners of the church and that sort of thing. There are people being moved in and out of them, some in shackles into these places of judgment, potentially even execution. You're not 100% sure. You would both notice that in the proximity of this garrison, you would spot 3 angels posted on rooftops or in the center of the courtyard. There's one probably looks like of the Flight Gold Knight assisting in the training and regimentation of the soldiers here. And the main prison itself is this large, round, like cylindrical building, probably 5 stories high.
Oh no, he's in the panopticon.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no, don't nod, Jake. Don't tell me you put him in the panopticon.
It is a panopticon.
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh no, we put him in the panopticon. No.
Oh boy.
Sucks.
That looks so cool.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna go up to one of the main guards, I guess, then.
It looks like sergeant, captain, maybe.
Yeah.
State your business.
I'm here to see someone at the garrison. Do you allow visitation?
Is he on shift?
No. A prisoner.
Prisoner. Why?
Come all this way. A lover, you might say. Exactly that.
Very romantic, but what's your business? The Henry garrison does not allow intimate visits.
It's just someone that I would like to know how he ended up here. God, I'm like the worst.
We don't do conjugal visits here, darling.
Yeah, it's like gritting her teeth even saying that, because it's like, because that's not what she entirely means, but it's like, is it worth it to use that inspiration now, though? Because my persuasion is crap.
I mean, you want to see him, don't you?
Yeah, I better just go ahead and use the inspiration for this.
What was your name then? Both of yous.
Miss Mablethorne is fine.
Is it? Full name, state it.
Amrita Mablethorne, this is Lorelei Fenwick.
I was recently informed of a possible visitation from an Amrita Mablethorne from our Inspector Mulbane. So be it. Which prisoner?
Tiberius Delmar.
Follow me. And he will lead you into this large, like I said, cylindrical building. Entering, there are two sets of walls. One, only set maybe 6 feet apart from each other. 6 to 10, somewhere in there. Hard to gauge at first as you're just passing through. There's like barbed wire on spikes on the top of them as you're entering. Before you reach the main grounds surrounding this prison that just looms over you. As you're taken in, you can see on the inside of this place these old wrought iron staircases that spiral around on the interior. The cells all seem to be situated on the outside of the walls with these like narrow barred windows just letting in like a slit of light, while in the center is this basically there's a guard's tower in the center of the building, and you can see soldiers, surprisingly few, patrolling on these staircases and on the rails, the walkways around each one of these cells, which are open and just barred, so you can see into them from the center of this location. You're gonna have to follow me into the dungeon. Dilmar's got himself in solitary.
What does it mean when someone's pass has an X on it?
What?
Am I allowed to inquire?
You're talking about a gate pass? It's been revoked, obviously. Prisoners aren't allowed to leave or come and go. And can I have you both give me another perception check, please?
Am I looking better today? Come on, no, worse.
Damn, okay.
Exactly the same.
Fucking looking.
What's
Damn,
going
I'm
on with
consistent.
Lorelei?
I think just the concept of prison is probably freaking her out a bit. Because I don't know if she's ever really been in one.
Probably not.
And like, she's been in some fucky places, but this is like, this isn't like a supernatural messed up place. This seems like a very like, it's a very human invention, so it's like a little unnerving to see how like regimented and cold it is.
I mean, in Corsica, she would have technically been briefly thrown in a jail cell, right? But not like a prison, right?
Yes, that was,
Yeah.
like a very basic holding cell, and nothing to this scale and design. Like, the idea of having cells is one thing. This mass control and observation is another thing, where you can just look in the cells, and no matter where you are, even on the ground floor, you can see prisoners in their bunks and anything that they might be doing. It's all very public and observed, and I think Lorelei very specifically would have this feeling of like, if anyone ever found out everything about her, she might be in a similar situation, and just that extreme lack of privacy.
Yeah, the lack of privacy and just like the inhumanity of it. Like this, it doesn't feel like a human made this.
Amrita, though, you catch sight, there are posted just outside and even on the inside near the watchtower various like wanted posters for individuals, specific warnings about them and that sort of thing. And it's not someone you recognize, but this is kind of one of the newer ones, freshly printed, that's been posted everywhere.
L'Oreal's old brick.
6 known murders. Sangromancy, breaking and entering. I will keep that noted. I need to probably write that down. Does it smell like silver at all as we're walking through this dungeon?
What's your passive perception on that?
I think, is it 15? 15.
Okay. Not specifically. You don't pick up any obvious silver metallurgy, at least not in bulk, although you aren't directly near the armory either, so although your mind would flash to the tree where you saw these corpses hanging and this sign relating to the Kessig Inquisition and the accusation that the people there were the werewolves, you suspect it's probable they're not held.
Yeah, she shakes that thought away and looks back a couple times to check and see on Lorelei. You're right there, kind of out of it. I know he said...
just don't like
Yeah.
it here. Can't imagine how Tiberius must be feeling.
Yeah, it's a big place. There's a lot of different things here. I guess we'll find out.
Cut to Acrio, and it's just the Pulp Fiction meme where he walks into the tavern and there's just no one there. Just, like, no.
He's like...
Is there anything he would do once he realized that literally nobody he's aware of is at the River's Rush anymore?
Well, if they're gone, then yes, go back to the forge cart and get back to making stuff.
Locate a
think-
steak.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, just find a piece of fresh wood to start carving.
Mm-hmm. The main streets in Hanweir are all lined with these like perfectly trimmed trees on either side, growing out of the sidewalk with the cobblestone all built up almost right to the trunks. But could I have you roll a d10 while you do that?
Oh my god.
It's gonna be the little girl again.
How many steaks you get?
1.
Same thing as Amrita had noted, just like this strange feeling that everybody's operating systematically. There's in smaller towns you have more of this like organized chaos. Here it's more organized. How does Acrio feel about that? This idea of everybody like seems to know what they should be doing and are doing it.
It makes him want to vomit, honestly. It's disgusting. It's gross. Chaos is the spice of life, he says, killing any amount of chaos anywhere. No. He's good chaos, just not a little bit of chaos as a treat so you don't look like a robot walking around.
So you don't invent robots.
Yeah. Who the fuck would invent robots? Yeah. He wouldn't think about it too much. He won't be here for long, so he doesn't care.
He hopes.
Yeah, that's what he we'll see how that goes, actually. Not staying here for 3 months. Make his way towards the cart. Say hi to people, and then when they're just like, hello, citizen, go about their day. And
Whole town's like Oblivion NPCs.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
Not quite, but sure.
Yeah, so I'll make my way to the cart. Hopefully, it's good that they're robots, because it means hopefully none of them will bother me when I go to my cart. And instead of just mindlessly going about smithing, he'll actually start to draw blueprints for something.
Okay.
He's not sure what yet, but he'll start drawing based off vibes.
Gotcha.
Where his vibes will take him, I don't know.
We'll find out.
But yeah, he's trying to think of what to make with the black iron. Observing how it stretches, if it cold forges, well, cold hardens. Because you definitely can't melt it. You can't. So he's trying to figure out what to do with that.
Mm-hmm. Which he has managed to work into like almost like a long bar at this point. So do with that as you will.
Yeah. That'll be it. Yeah, uneventful day for Acrio.
There's a heavy grinding of gears and not quite mechanisms, but certainly movement of metal on metal as this captain moves this barred gate open and it slams and clicks into place. Before you are a short set of stairs, not going too deep. The dungeon seems to not be set more than maybe 5 feet underground, so that there is just like a small amount of the main building that is still above ground and lets in just a little bit of light through these, again, like, partially ground level barred windows. You suspect at best like a small child might be able to fit through them without bars, but a full grown person's not going to be able to squeeze through that at all. There's a stench that hits both of your noses from this, where it just smells like the worst congregation of human bodies and everything that goes with that as you are led down into this place. There are torches lit and guards at intervals, and you are led to one of the furthest in barred locations where the cells themselves are set like 20, maybe 30 feet apart on the edge of this like circular space. So you have to go down and then like you're walking around almost in a turning hallway with these on the outside. And the deeper you get in, the further they are from each other, the more the individuals within them have to be spaced apart. Or whether or not they have to, that's what they are. Separated from each other, even in these small, like almost like 5x5 rooms, like incredibly tightly spaced with bars. It's almost like just the door, it seems like. Hinges set into the stone. And Amrita, past this horrific smell of like sweat and excrement and everything else that's down here, you pick up the familiar scent of someone that you have known before.
She probably stops short for a second to where Lorelei bumps like the back and it's like, ugh.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh,
Headache.
You okay?
We're getting closer. It's definitely here.
As you say that, you hear this. I know that voice. Rita, is that you? And this figure approaches one of the bars, sticking his arm out and trying to look down the hallway to see you.
This is probably the first time Lorelei would actually see this emotion where Amrita actually like runs, jolts over to the door. Tiberius.
It's you. It really is you. I thought I was hallucinating.
And it is you. I didn't think you'd be here.
At this point, the captain would take billy club or staff or something that he's got on him and just like rack it across some of the bars of one of the others to make this noise. Say, back away from the bars, both of yous. And Lorelei, getting closer, you can see this somewhat roughed up looking figure in tattered clothing that probably fit him better if he wasn't somewhat malnourished. Blonde figure with hair pulled back and what might have been shaved on the sides before is starting to grow out. Unkept beard, brown eyes, and what looks like 3 scars on the side of his face. He will very reluctantly, not even looking at the guard, but just like you can see his eyes connecting with Amrita's as he'll step back, but like he's holding onto her arm till the very last minute.
What happened to your face?
Is that important right now? Got a little banged up. Can't believe you made it all the way out here. I told you not to come. Did you even get my letters I wrote to Lamb Holt and Gatstaff? I didn't know if you'd ever make it into town. He kind of
No,
like
I
looks
set
down,
out to find you.
looks back to you, and then looks back to the guards. So I'm not even sure if they sent my letters out. And you did. Sorry, worked out under better circumstances. Here we are.
Yeah,
It is
this
so
is,
good to see you again. I wasn't sure how long it'd be till I was able to make it back.
This is Lorelei, by the way. A friend.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Again, I apologize for the accommodations.
No, I like what you've done with the place.
Been down here enough to keep it up to my standards.
What the
How
hell
long
exactly happened?
How long have you been in here?
This solitary specifically, just a couple days this time. You'll see him lean out again to look at the captain who's still standing there, whispering to one of the other guards who's stationed nearby, but he does glance your way, and Tiberius can't really say much. They don't like us to talk about it. Not supposed to discuss these things, the charges and judgments. We'll say, I think the official was spreading malicious rumors and disturbing the peace.
That's it?
That's more than you think around Hanweir.
Yeah, she'll whisper. Probably try to speak in angelic as well in the low whisper, like close to the ear, like getting really close to him, making it seem it is like an intimate moment, but just to ask.
Lean in.
There was someone that said you were passing along information. What does that mean?
There are angels here. Let's just say that's one of the most recent reasons for my visit down here. I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't have done anything that would extend the stay. I'm trying to get out of here. I've been trying to get back, I hope you know that.
You said 2 months, and it's been a fucking year. And she says that in common. There's definitely like a little bit of anger there, but she's calm about it.
Feels more like 2. Forget the seasons out there.
It's been 4 months for the new moon. A year and 4 months. Exactly. Probably almost 5 now by this point.
I should have kept better track. I should have never even went with him. Kind of like leans back against the wall, which is not very far from the edges of the cell. There's barely even enough room to sit down in this solitary confinement, let alone, lay down. So he's just, before coming here, I left with my cousin, Paolo. He wanted to do a hunt. He said he needed my skills. I should have asked more questions. Him and his group, they weren't just going after some big game. I got it in his head he wanted to be some kind of monster. We went up to Silburn. People said they'd seen some kind of man-cow horn thing, but nobody around town knew anything about it. They wouldn't say nothing. So I wanted to come home. I swear I did. I just wanted to turn around and be done with this whole thing. I'm not a monster killer. I'm just a hunter. But Paolo said he'd heard something else about here. I don't say much more than that. So we crossed the gyre. It wasn't supposed to be a thing, just a quick thing, and then it all went to shit. This place, they watch you. They're always listening. And he'll move up close, motion for you to approach the bars again.
She does.
And he will say in angelic to you, against his own previous warnings, find Alana. They haven't got her yet. She's out there. They're almost within the gates. And he'll slink back again up against the wall.
I'll get you out one way or another. And you can go home.
Edwin and Gregory, they're still locked up. Their sentence isn't supposed to last as long. Played it smarter, I guess.
We'll try and find her. We promise.
And I hate to feel like I'm imposing to ask anything of you, Rita. I don't know why it feels like that. But it was family. If you wouldn't mind just stopping by Paolo's grave. I don't know which cemetery they dumped him in. He's in one of these graves.
I can manage. Anything for you.
Hey, Rita. Hasn't been so long, has it? We're not different people than we were.
She looks at him, and she finds herself reaching up to like where her own scars are at this point, and like puts the hand down. No, but I should have gone with you. That was my mistake. And I'll fix it.
I'm glad you didn't. I wouldn't want you in this. I wasn't going to ask about. Looks like you've been out a while. We all have our histories.
That we do. Yeah, she's like clinging onto the bars, but also watching the guards, because I feel it's at some point the guards will probably want us to get out of here.
Probably.
I think she'll reach into her pocket and take out a piece of like her torn old cloak that she had made into a bandana and holds it out to him. Hold on to
The
this.
guards will instantly, wait, what's that?
It's just a
Don't
rag.
pass anything. Give it here.
Fine.
Captain will inspect it. This torn cloth, make sure there's nothing like hidden or wrapped up in it. Right, fine. Step back, and then we'll pass it to him. Tiberius reaches through and grabs it, not looking at the guard, and not really quite understanding what this is.
I promised to you to try and get you back home.
I can't be asking anything of you. Not after what I've done.
Could she insight check that? Does it seem something that could probably be bad?
You can definitely make an insight check, yeah.
Oh no, what did he do?
He disturbed the peace by killing 17 people.
Apparently.
Yes.
You're not sure. He's reserved, and he was always more of a quiet type person anyway. But now he seems even more tongue-tied, like he doesn't know what he should say. And it's not just because the guards are looming over him. It's just like as you see him like holding this cloth and tightening his grip around it.
Amrita hesitantly looks at Lorelei. I suppose we'll have to go.
Have you said everything you need to?
For now, it will have to do.
Yeah, if you're ready, then let's go.
I'm sorry. Sorry it had to be like this.
I'm sorry too.
Maybe I'll see you again soon.
Hopefully. And yeah, I guess we will leave the garrison.
Escorted by the guards, yeah.
Hello, it's the consequences of my actions. Lorelei would see that she is attempting to remain in her usual stoic state most of the time as they're walking. Like, she's still walking normal and everything, but there's something in her eyes, just the way she just squints and like her brows furrow as she's thinking about all of this. And like, she still has the gloves on her hands, so she can see probably her fists sort of tighten in the gloves.
Lorelei will reach up and sort of put a hand on her back. You doing all right?
Fine. That's what he said, that we need to at least find Acrio. Who knows where either Cillian or Val are at this time.
I don't know. Let's
But
hope that
first,
when we find Acrio, Val is with him.
yeah, because that will be another problem. But first, I would like to try to go to one of these graphs. Or maybe I can go do that after by myself. But just so we can at least reconvene once, and then hopefully wait for the other two to go back. Maybe Val could be trailing Cillian, who knows? But I don't think he's as mysterious.
Look, if you need a minute, you know, I can go on ahead and leave you to it.
I need to focus my thoughts. I will go visit the Graphs then, and perhaps you can reconvene with Acrio, and we'll meet up with the other two if we cannot find them.
Yeah, just make it back before curfew, yeah? Don't want you ending up in there as well.
Maybe I'll be able to see more stuff out and about, too. Who knows? Be careful.
You too. I'll see you later. I'll give her like a reassuring pat on the back. Briskly go on ahead.
As Acrio is letting the muse carry him through these sketches of not much of anything at first. It's just like, it's almost like doodles of ideas. And then just as it's starting to take some kind of like legitimate shape, your hand is like jolted, screeches across the paper while this blood-curdling scream comes from the stables.
It's probably fine. No. Yeah, he'll grab his hammer and run over and kick the stable doors open, which is probably like 200-pound doors.
Just as you do, there's a collision with some figure that is equally trying to get away from them, maybe even faster than you are moving toward them, knock into you, fall onto the ground, and you see the stableman's daughter, Charity, as she has been like crawling away, and she just has like this petrified, just the worst look of fear on her face that you've ever seen.
Slightly panicked, asking her what's wrong or what was in there.
She just starts crawling away from the stables and you, and she was, it had a face. There was a face on the cow. It was right.
That's what I was afraid would happen.
Same.
As she is still trying to get away from it and you, what do you do?
Yeah, I'll tell her to run to her parents and that the Cathar will take care of it.
Sure about that?
Sure about telling her to run to her parents?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she tells them.
Well, can't kill her. Let's see if I...
Well, you can, you just shouldn't.
Yeah, and you can do
ill-advised, I would say.
Okay, no, we're gonna try and mend this situation. What was my previous interaction with this person? Just trying to tell them to fuck off.
You told them about the angel with cheese.
Got it. Oh yeah, the angel with cheese.
The Changel.
The Changel. He'll kneel down and try and just like, hey, calm down.
What's a good calming check? I guess persuasion.
Animal handling.
But yeah, make a persuasion check, but change your speaking as back to Acrio, not Gideon.
Oh, yeah.
Rude. I know she has buck teeth, but come on.
Acrio.
People are animals.
Yeah. If you go back far enough, was persuasion or insight what I got advantage on? I think it's
insight has advantage, but you did get proficiency in persuasion.
Yeah. Oop. 20.
She doesn't exactly seem to calm down, but she'll stop at least like crawling away. She tucks her face into her arm as she's just like frantic. She's, I didn't think anyone was feeding it. I thought it was just a cow. They had a mask on. That face.
You're right. It does have a face, and it is terrifying. But it used to be a little girl just like you, farmhand, had a family and a life, and it was happy, and I'm trying to help her.
It's not right. How'd something like that happen?
By very, very bad, very terrible people. And we're taking her to Thraben to get her help.
Question. Is Acrio still wearing this beaked, goggled plague mask currently?
I think for this he'll take it off.
Rub her nose? Okay.
God damn it, no, put it back on. Fuck you.
Which one is it?
I'm gonna have to fucking sterilize myself later. Yeah, we'll take it off.
She looks up at you. It's yours? You're trying to do something about it?
We're trying to fix her. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I didn't mean to mess with it. I didn't make it worse, did I?
No. You're perfectly fine. It's just it's scary. It's terrifying. And I'm sure the person trapped in there is just as terrified.
Like that aren't supposed to be in towns. It's supposed to all be out in the wilds. Especially not in Handweir.
The who's a what's it now?
Especially not in Handweir.
Yeah. Yeah. So, just for now, if you could be the bravest that you can be and show a little compassion for this troubled soul, then I would greatly appreciate it.
Did she have a name?
Heather. She came from Silburn.
I didn't mean to mess with it. I thought I was helping. I just wanted to give her something to eat. Didn't look like anyone was feeding her.
And I'm sure she is hungry.
Sorry, I shouldn't have pried. I shouldn't have gotten into your business.
It's all right. It was bound to happen eventually.
Well, I'll put the hood back on her, and I'll make sure nobody else messes with her. I'll take care of her, and I'll make sure nobody else goes near her.
Thank you. And what was your name again?
Charity?
You're a good kid, Charity. I'm sure Heather will be mighty appreciative.
Okay. Right. She'll get up and dust off her already, fairly ragged, dirty clothes anyway. It's like, sorry. Shouldn't have. It was just a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot. So you're pretty brave from still being here.
There's a pause where it's like she's like almost wants to go and then maybe go back in the stables, is like hesitates, but then she just like throws her arms around your waist.
It's the sickness. I feel it taking a hold. Yeah, you'll pat her on the head.
Thank you, Mr. Revito.
No, thank you, kid. And a secret between us.
Oh, I won't tell anybody. Not even my dad.
Thanks.
This church business.
Where's the nearest cleaning station?
Good question.
Just cast heat metal on myself.
And yet she will tentatively head back into the stables, pick up her pitchfork that she had thrown.
Yeah, he'll think back. Immediately think back to Cillian and his affliction and her snivelingness. Are the two related enough?
I mean, you can look at her face.
Oh yeah.
Just make
Oh,
make
yes.
of it what you will. You can make a medicine check if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a medicine check. See if I'm casting another lesser restoration on myself. 9.
You're not 100% sure. There are some people who are afflicted with, allergies this time of year during the harvest season. It's like some people are just more affected by it than others, and also she doesn't look great, but you don't really know enough about medicine or this plague to make a solid determination.
Yeah. Once I start feeling ill, no, I'm gonna lesser restoration myself now.
Just in case.
Yeah.
As you're doing so, you just imagine Lorelei approaching with her leeches.
Yeah. Leeches and bloodletting and all those other scorched earth pseudoscience.
Science? It's just regular science. The man with the magic calling the bloodletting pseudoscience.
I was about to say the only
I
true
was like,
science
well,
is angelic
magic is definitely a real thing.
Yeah. Just
Don't
any
question the aim.
science. Yeah, and any science is pseudoscience. Even the doctors. Like wrapping up a wound with a bandage.
Acrio just thinks science is short for pseudoscience.
Yeah.
Pseudoscience is the full word.
After you go through this casting of a restorative spell on yourself, you can't tell for sure if there's any real difference. You feel a bit lighter. You don't know if anything's been purged or if it's just this flow of mana through you clears your head a bit. So that would be about the time Lorelei reapproaches the Traveler's Inn.
And as soon as I spot Acrio, immediately looking around to see if Val is with him, and I'm assuming he's not.
Not that you can see anywhere.
Oh,
It is daylight hours, and he did not react well to that, but...
He had a big hat.
Get a flower hat. It's fine.
Mushroom hat.
See,
It's shaped like a target.
I'm of the logic reasoning in which a big hat would actually help him. I think a flower hat would he'd die.
Yeah.
Depends on how big the flower is.
Yeah, if it's
like a Rafflesia or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing Lorelei, he points his thumb back to the stables. Kid knows about the cow.
Oh, shit. What are we gonna do?
For now, it looks like she's not going to tell anybody. How trustworthy kids are, I don't know. Because they run their mouths about everything. So, I give it a good 4 days before she tells one of her friends, and that friend tells another friend, and eventually it gets to one of the guards, and we have all of Hanweir breaking our door down in the middle of the night. But who knows, maybe we're lucky and this kid has no friends.
I don't know what's a sadder thought. So Val's not with you?
Oh, yeah. I suppose that's something that'll eventually have to be addressed.
Are you still gonna do what you said?
We'll see.
Well, that's what you told him.
Well, I wanted to believe it, so...
Well, if he believes it, now he's definitely not going to come back. Because he believes at the moment he does, he's going to get a hammer to the base of the skull.
Well, it didn't last very long. Honestly, I thought he'd stick around for a little longer than 3 hours. I think that whole don't leave my sight or I'll kill you thing lasted. Maybe 2. Yeah. Oh well.
It's hard to say.
If he does come back, hopefully he has a good reason.
I hope he comes back before Cillian does.
Why is that?
Because if you're going to deal with him, I don't want Cillian to see it.
Well, I'm not going to execute him in front of everybody.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter anyway. Amrita's gone to the graph. We were just at the garrison. Everything. Cillian's gone somewhere. So
Got it. Okay.
we're scattered to the four winds for the time being.
Great.
Have you ever been in a big prison? Not
No,
like arrested, but like have you ever been in one?
don't find myself breaking the law all too often. I've
Like
also very rarely left Stenzia.
That prison's big. It's awful in there.
Awful place for awful people.
Well, I mean, if the guy we went to go see is to believe, he got thrown in there for disturbing the peace.
Yeah. I knew there was something fucky with this town. There always is.
Keep your voice down. They might be listening. And then, if we start saying the wrong thing, maybe we'll end up in there as well. And I'm not going in there. I'd rather have them execute me, frankly. Seems like the better
Well,
option.
if they have Cathars in there, and
Yeah,
I'm
mate,
in
they
there,
have angels in there.
they have angels locked up.
No, not locked up, like in the area.
Okay, well, yeah, that's to be expected.
It's like 3 of them. There's a lot.
Okay, yeah, that is quite a large number of angels defending one person. I wonder what they have in there.
It's like a circle of cells and like a tower in the middle. And like wherever you're standing, you could see like somebody. Like they're always watching.
You are quite infatuated with this prison, aren't you?
No, I hate it. I'm the opposite of infatuated. I'm horrified. It was awful. We have seen insane supernatural shit, right? We have seen the shit vampires can do. We have seen demonic shit, right? That was human cruelty.
Were you not there in Corsiva to see what human cruelty can do?
But that's different.
It's just happened in 4 days, and this happens over 4 years.
But this isn't such a scale. And yeah, I was there in Kosovo, actually. It's not quite the actions, it was the fact that it was so built. It was built for that specific purpose. It wasn't just a bunch of people standing around and like, okay, we're gonna go insane. It was a constructed building meant for this. You can't tell me that's not fucked up.
The reason is not, but the enforcement of it is. Like, them using a giant stone obelisk-like prison to hold people who talked a little too loud, certainly fucked up. I feel like if I follow with a butt here,
It's just, I hate it. I hated it in there. Now I hate it here. I hate it.
I don't know how to respond to this. Out of character.
Well, then with that, Amrita, there are several graphs you find within a city as large as Henweir, and As far as you can tell, that's only the ones that are within the city walls. I'm going to have you roll a d100. And at the same time, what's going on through her mind as she's like searching these graphs?
It's racing. Every thought of focus that she'd prepped for going to the garrison has completely gone out the window. Like, it almost reminds her of when... I imagine it's still fuzzy for her, what happened with the situation with the eye, but the last vivid thing she remembers is it trapping her in her childhood house and everything being on flames. So she has to stop a couple times and rub her eyes. Damn, Paulo. Why'd you convince him? No, he shouldn't have listened. No, I should have got... Goes back to looking through the graves, just saying all the stuff out loud to herself, different scenarios of what could have been.
You're extremely fortunate as the sun is starting to get low, but not quite dark on the horizon. You wander through one of these graphs with tightly packed headstones, very small, unassuming. They're not ornamental at all. Some of them don't even have dates. It's just a person's name, and that's it. In one of the smaller chapels that you happen to wander in, there's a large oak tree in the center of it, with this overgrown tall grass around many of the headstones, swaying somewhat in a light breeze in the evening, and you survey the names one on top of the other, none of which you recognize until you spot the name Delmar first of all.
This looks right. Does she have to move the grass out of the way?
Probably.
She'll do that then, or try to cut some of the grass a little bit if it's too tall with the sword she has.
Which is fairly easy to do. Find the marker reading Paulo Delmar. You just barely recognize in your mind's eye his face. You only met him the one time, and even then it was more or less from a distance when he was making this request of his cousin. He seemed excited, almost ecstatic. There was an energy in his voice, you recall, and now you are looking down at his headstone.
She kneels down to it, rubs the top of the stone, and traces her hand on the last name, and closes her eyes, and begins to speak quietly and angelic. May whatever happened to you no longer bother your soul anymore. May it rest, hopefully in peace. And your cousin also prays for you. I don't know what you two did or what's happening, but hopefully I can at least help one of you. And she finds herself looking up at the sky, thinking about the angels they saw, and she just inhales deeply. Wish you were here, Asuriel. Maybe you'd know what to do or say. Better at things and comforting people as well. Along with Lorelei. Or maybe can find the right words. I don't know if you can even hear this, because you're not quite you, but you are you. But you're human. But for the angelic part of yourself, maybe you can also pray for this soul and look after him. Maybe offer him a piece of cheese. I don't know. And yeah, she will just sit there and try to head back.
She's trying to get back before
Traverse in
sundown
before curfew.
Sure.
Yeah, she does consider going to the mail office, but to see if there were any letters for her.
It's getting pretty late as she would be in the area. It's up to you if you want to risk it.
I'm gonna pull Tristan real quick here, which she does not risk it.
No biscuits.
I was muted, but I made the exact same joke.
No way.
That's funny.
When Danielle said, I'm not going to risk it, and I was like, no biscuit?
No biscuit? Yeah. No biscuit.
I'm in your walls.
I'm in your balls.
We hang out too much.
Alright, so I think we're just done with this town. We gotta head out.
Yeah, let's just leave. We'll leave Cillian here and we'll just go.
Yeah, we don't need any of that.
Leave the Vistani boys behind. They'll figure something out.
They're travelers.
new
They can
caravan.
catch up.
If we
They'll
leave
be
now,
fine.
then Acrio doesn't kill them.
Maybe. We'll see. Can I have Amrita roll one more D10 on the way back?
Yes.
You're the one. Everyone is actually robots.
5.
I think you would hear toward the evening one of the town criers were like the last hurrah for the day, shouting something about the unfortunate case of Pearl Westing and her untimely demise, and the crier basically saying that there's nothing out of the ordinary. The esteemed investigator, Inspector Mulrain, is looking into it, and nobody else should be worried. There's no signs of foul play or anything like that.
She spits on the ground. Doubtful. Saying it to herself more than anything before making it her way to the door of the Traveler's Inn.
Make a stealth check first.
Oh dear. Someone gonna jump me? Maybe. Do it, I could take him. Oh, shit. That's terrible.
Maybe.
Don't get arrested.
As you say this, spit and say this to yourself, just mumbling as if, not paying attention to anyone around you. This older man in a wide-brimmed straw hat, torn up on the edge of it, just shakes his head and says, "We all know there's nothing right about that situation."
She looks at this person. Who the hell are you?
What business is that of yours?
What business is it of you to reply to someone who wasn't engaged in conversation?
I'm just saying what we all know. There's vengeance afoot. That midwife didn't off herself. We all know that. Don't matter what the town criers say, what the looks around, make sure there's no guards around, what the authorities have to say about it.
Look, there's a rumor at the River's Rush. Clearly this town is fucked. Right now, no offense. Something I'm
I
guessing
should say none
happened.
taken, but this is me hometown. Things aren't great, but where are they? It's not like it'll come after us. They never do.
What do you know about anything regarding a beast?
No, it's no beast. It's a phantom. Spectre. That child. One that died. She come back as a Dibuk. We all know it. Came back for vengeance on the one that got her killed.
The child killed Pearl, is what you
The
assume.
ghost of the die. Geist can't rest. Not with that kind of vengeance on its soul, young as it is. Doesn't understand. Doesn't know why it hates, it just hates. It's the way a Dibuk is.
The child have a name.
And obviously it's Ratcliffe family.
Ratcliffe. Must be a high-paying family, I presume.
I don't know about all that. Butler.
Where did they live?
Uptown. Got themselves fixed up in one of the wealthier, well-to-do districts. Think they're better than the rest of us.
I see. I suppose we should depart before curfew.
Get off the streets then.
Yes, have a good evening.
Pull down his hat brim and move past the next set of patrolling guards.
Yep, continue walking.
Acrio still out at the cart, or is he going to make his way inside before the sun actually goes down?
Yeah, I'll scrounge up all the scribbles and organize it into a little pile and take it inside with me.
Some of the notes have more to do with transmutational magic than they do with actually smithing, but just ideas that came to you, just wrote them down so
Yeah,
that you wouldn't forget. Is that in habit for Acrio?
not for anything but blacksmithing. And more so recently, he knows that he doesn't have the memory to make the more complicated things work. Like even magic items, he knows he's going to struggle with keeping track of every step needed to make these. So just as the ideas come to him, the paper helps him organize himself. Which, and none of them are like notes. It's like someone just took like a pile of dirty clothes and then just threw them as hard as they could across a room. So it's just like some notes on this page. Like it was organized when it was a mess because he was writing where the pages were, but as soon as he collects them and then spreads them out again, all the notes don't connect right and they're all in different places, but he knows where they are. And he's like, no, that note doesn't go to the next page. That note goes to this page because these pages were like this. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Just like near the end of Full Metal Alchemist when they've got all the paper on the floor.
Yeah, they're trying to piece it all together. What does it mean? Flip it over! I want to rewatch
They
that.
assemble it all, and it's just one giant dick butt.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so he'll go inside, and this whole time he's been distracting himself from actually having to deal with any of the problems that people have repeatedly been coming to him with. A little bit of his psyche is just trying to, like, freeing one werewolf was a challenge all on its own against an establishment. It's just like he's just trying to put the thought of that prison out of his mind, just because it's such a permanent thing that he can't even consider the chance of disrupting that without just immediately throwing all of his everything away.
Lorelei's rambling just turns to static in the background.
The forge cart itself is a fairly solid stone structure with the like main work area inside. And as you're gathering up all these notes and just like look out at that little bit of sunlight coming through one of the small windows, and you just realize that if anything were to happen, you couldn't crawl out of this thing. Like if the door somehow got barred and this room almost became a prison, there would be no way out of it.
There's a whole room in the forge cart?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that big.
I
Oh man, you got a caravan.
Image. But
I imagine it's still really. I imagine it's still pretty cramped, though.
Yeah, it's not a big room, obviously.
Yeah, but it fits
enough for like enough for a little workspace and the ability to forge right there. But there is a shadow that passes over that bit of sunlight at sunset that's streaming through there. And can I have you make a perception check?
If you roll high enough, you'll see Lorelei still talking about the prison outside.
And then, oh,
You can't be sure because the shadow was quick and that darkening of the room, it almost makes your eyes have to readjust to the dim bluish light coming off of the coals of the forge. But it almost looked like you saw a wolf-like eye pass over this window, glance at you, and then move on.
Yeah, I'm guessing this was like towards the end when he's organizing all his papers,
Gathering them
and
all up.
like he like shoves them in his bag, and just opens the door, like swings it open to look outside, and I'm guessing nothing.
There is nothing, however, you just look at the height of this cart and the positioning of that window, that little slit, it's fairly high. That would have to be at least 6 to 7 feet off the ground.
That's a big boy.
That's a big boy.
That's a chunker of a donker. And Rita talks about that giant black-haired wolf that's just been showing up in her everywhere.
yeah, like
Sage
in
also mentioned it.
Silburn. Yeah, Sage
it.
and Cillian noticed it in Silburn in the night with the vampires, and then it was on the way in Gavany with the high wheat,
But,
whatever it was
yeah,
going on,
they've
but we
always
didn't find
been-
it.
They've always been talking about it being like far away though, right?
Yeah.
He'll close the door behind him and cram the key in there, lock it, and go back inside to the common areas where
Mhm.
Lorelei probably is.
At this
Lorelei.
hour, a fair number of traveling merchants and such have also pulled carts up around the inn and taken their horses inside to the stables and are bidding down for the curfew as well. Some of them grumbling that, they shouldn't have to go in just because it gets dark outside. They ought to have torches, and with this many patrols, it shouldn't be an issue, but they are not willing to
Obedient.
make those decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll go over to Lorelei. Did you see the werewolf outside? Or no, undo.
Whoa.
Crumple that up.
Remember,
Throw
we
that
are
up.
in company.
But
Wolves
shadow.
aren't inherently evil. Wolves are technically just wolves.
Make a religion check.
Oh, are all wolves evil? No, they're puppies.
Okay.
Puppies. Religion check to see how bad those boys are.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Probably as he does that, they hear her open the door and walk and sit down on the bed she'd been staying on.
As the word werewolf was on the tip of his tongue, and he was like, wait a second, no, regular wolf, wait a second, no. Glances over, and Amrita's making your way in. Acrio, wolves aren't considered evil, but wolves are considered almost the embodiment of the wild, natural world, the untamed and untamable. Wolves aren't supposed to be within city walls ever. Domesticated dogs are like the symbol of man's ability to control the wilderness. But yeah, having an actual wolf within the city gates, werewolf or not, is the same implication.
Yeah. Okay, then I won't say I saw it in this. I'll just say with Amrita and Lorelei around in hushed tone that he saw the wolf again today.
Sorry, I'm in a bit of a daze. What are you referring? I see neither Cillian or Valerie is here. Oh well, it doesn't matter right now. We'll worry about that later.
Oh, I'm worrying about it now. This whole time, Lorelei's been lying on a bed, but like head at the foot of the bed and like feet on the pillow, and just spread eagle, just like. Ugh.
Well, I'm going to have to repeat this one detail to Cillian, which is kind of frustrating because he's not here to hear that bit, but oh well. Ugh. bumped into someone after I went and found the grave of Tiberius's cousin, Paulo. Managed to find it and pray over it. And this guy was talking about what was going on with that whole thing with the healer passing away. She's also trying to be on the low key at this point, or like be quiet about it. About that woman and everything, and the journal that I was telling you about that mentioned the man. Whatever the case, the wife and the woman, a child dead, supposedly this. I think it's a phantom that killed her. A child phantom.
Sorry,
The family is.
There's a phantom now? What?
maybe I missed something.
This town is. You remember?
Guys aren't that surprised.
No, remember
But,
the other day. Yeah, I don't know what.
But like the kid that killed her, like a guy in town that killed somebody. I'd be like, wow, that's.
Yeah.
Also, I think Acrio's about to ask. He doesn't actually know about a murder.
Yeah, I'm
Suspected
sorry.
murder.
I thought we brought it up in the alleyway.
Any of this?
In the alleyway earlier today, when Cillian and I brought up we went to go see that healer, we saw that she was passed.
Okay.
And there have been rumors going around that she supposedly had an affair with a man by the last name Ratcliffe. And his wife was with child or something.
Okay, so Radcliffe is dead, Healer's dead, and the child wants revenge?
Yeah, it's very complicated.
There's no implication that Ratcliffe himself is dead.
No, just the child. I remember we walked in town and there was a funeral going on, and it was a small grave. They think that child is the one who did something to the healer because they think the healer killed the child. This is beyond anything. I don't honestly know. And on another note, but there's other stuff going on in this town. As we learned when we went to the garrison. But what unsettles me the most is that before we got out, all Tiberius said is that wolves within the gate.
What the fuck are we gonna do about this?
There are probably a million things going on right now in this town. Between affairs, geists, all of it. There are so many people in this town. City, even. Can we take just a second, to piece this all together and how this affects us? We are here for a singular person right now.
That is my only focus, and I need to find this Helena person.
What does the healer have to do with him?
The healer doesn't. That's just something else that Cillian had noticed, and I've just been hearing random stuff ever since walking around this town.
So
late at night at the bar.
Cillian was sent to the healer. So this is a Cillian thing, the dead healer.
I would say that'd be more his thing, yes.
Okay. Dead healer, child of the son she was having an affair with, is dead, and that child got revenge on her as a geist. So that geist might be sleeping peacefully now that it's killed what was keeping it alive as a geist. Maybe. If it pops up again, we'll deal with it. But for now, it seems like that's sort of taken care of. As for Cillian, I don't know what he was doing to interact with that healer, but it seems like that is not an option for him anymore, unless he's inclined to help her out.
You're the one who sent him to the healer. Before you cast Lesser Restoration on him, the plan was he was going to go.
Sent him there initially to get help with the disease, and then when they got there, found she had committed suicide.
Yes.
You didn't know
Turns up.
who you were sending him to. He just mentioned he knew someone who had some healing ability, and you were like,
Got
okay,
Yeah, go see her.
you do that then.
You go do that.
It's all right.
Okay.
You've been busy forging. It's a
I
lot to
have
take in.
Literally
But that was
done
not
no
really my
forging.
focus.
Okay. Your friend is in prison. How are we getting him out?
I've got him locked up really well down in there. I know he doesn't really have a lot of strength. He's rather malnourished. But I need to find his outside source and speak with her. Might be my only chance.
How do we know this isn't just going to land all of us in prison as well?
Maybe there's a way to... That's another thing. There's an inspector. And she looks at Lorelei, sort of blinking, trying to remember. He had one arm, but I could have swore for a brief second I saw like a floating skeletal one in its place. But when I blinked, it was gone. Did you see that?
I
Or was it just
wasn't
me?
looking at him. Sorry.
It was
He
weird.
kind of freaked me out a bit. I don't want to stare.
For context, Acrio, he had the curse that Cillian has that made you forget him. Except it
Yeah,
used
he
to
was
be...
the guy that gave it to him? Is that what Cillian said? Well, you were outside.
Ugh, I know. He told me about it once or twice, though. Or I
It was a
remember
pretty
he shared
an
it.
accusatory tone he was using, so I think that was the guy who either directly gave it to him or by his actions made it go to him. I'm not sure.
You'd recall the Inspector Mulvane mentioned something in his back and forth with Cillian about how the Vistani were supposed to perform an exorcism to get rid of it, but that didn't work. They weren't powerful
That was
enough,
it.
was his personal belief. And that was when Lorelei would probably deduce that the curse was removed, but transferred, not
It was
fully
removed but
gotten
not
rid of.
deleted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
And it was through him that Amrita was able to get into the garrison to talk with this guy to begin with.
Yeah, I don't know if as I said, I don't want to piss him off, but we're gonna have to... That's why we need to figure out where the hell Cillian's at so he doesn't act reckless.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if he's gonna go kill him right now. I should have seen the look on his face. He settled down, but that's a look of murder. Not that I can blame him.
Feeling
Guy
I
that
know
ruins
all
your life,
too-
you'd want to kill him.
Feeling that I know all too well, but gotta at least stop him from now, or for doing something like that. Just can't deal with that right now.
Okay. But how would we do that right now? We are in the inn and we do not know where he is. How could we stop him right now?
Damn it. Need to find out what it means. Wolves in the gate. There's too many things at once. But that's my first point. I'm gonna find this person. I may have to speak to Ballastar again.
Did he say that she was the wolf in the gate, or that...
No, he just said that was his outside source. To find her and that they hadn't got her yet, but then right when we left, there was something else to know.
Because,
And I think that's
Acrio,
why.
you said you'd just seen a wolf. If there's wolves in the gate... I've connected the dots.
Okay. Let's go find him. We have no other leads, no other reason to do anything else. Let's just go. Did he say where she was?
No, but I can just take a guess. The River's Rush may be our only bet. At least the Ballister guy will seem to know something.
Got it. Yes, I'm really glad I'm going around town with a mask on my face.
How much armor is Acrio going to take with him? How many identifying features is Acrio going to take with him?
How many neon signs with his name on it is he going to take with him?
Instead of 18 Avacyn symbols, he'll only have 14.
Totally different guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait. Hey there.
No, we're
aren't you
looking for
Acrio
the guy
Revito?
with 18 symbols on him. You've only got 14. Move along.
Yeah.
Move along.
Oh, well, I thought he had 13. Oh, well, you didn't see the one under his buckle. I was like, oh, yeah. Look, you're right there. 14.
Why were you looking under his buckle?
Yeah, why are you looking at my pants, bro?
Yeah, dude.
Creep.
All right, I'm going to bed. I suggest you all do the same.
Yeah, that is the question. Are you going to attempt to make contact during the daylight hours or after curfew?
Well, you get all the illegal people during the night.
Exactly.
Skulking around. Maybe we go in no time. I mean, we could. Or is that a bad idea?
Maybe I could go ahead. I know how to get there on the safe route that Cillian and I had taken in the dark before. That would be separating again, but
Yeah, and when if something happens to you and we're not there. But then if
And
we're
then we
there,
get
we
to
might
break
make it
2
worse.
people out of prison. Get 2 people. I'll say get 2 people out of prison. Not break, because we're in public company. Bail. Bail's better. Even better.
Mm-hmm.
Bail's neutral.
Yeah.
it is safer that way, and I do not think that. Don't want to risk anyone else. I'm quick on my feet.
We know. You're very good at disappearing very fast.
Oh, looks like I'm not sleeping tonight then.
Somebody's going alone.
Yeah.
Other 2 turning in. Are the other 2 just going to turn in for the night?
No, I'm going to follow her without her knowing.
Son of a bitch. If you're doing that, I'm coming with you.
Without my armor on.
You do that, I'm coming with you.
How well do you think that's going to go, tracking a werewolf?
Actually, that's a worse idea than just going with her.
Yeah. You're almost better off just be like, hey, we'll go after all.
One sec. Wait.
No.
Wait. I don't have any spells for this. No, I'm still following her. Also, she mentioned a name of a place. And I think I was literally right outside that place. And she said she was going to that place.
Yeah,
So
you
knowing
were
the
before you went to the
destination
book.
makes it a lot easier to follow her.
Right. That's not the problem.
That is not the problem.
But sure, you are. I want to know, how does this go down? So when Amrita gets everything packed up and waits for most of the other occupants of this Traveler's Inn to have turned in, there's no torch light on the street. So as soon as the sun goes beyond the horizon, it gets very dark. And there's just the subtlest creak of the door as she slips through it and out. And then, what goes down within the inn?
With Acrio's just his hatchet, his grandfather's hatchet at his hip, just all of his other stuff left behind, and the crow mask on. He slips out of bed, just not even with shoes on, just barefoot. He's gonna doop 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 over to the door.
Lorelei's immediately. She's going to take a cloak off and follow him.
There is one thing to note. As things were getting darker and Amrita was preparing, if Acrio was stripping his armor and getting all of his effects off and set to the side and, getting ready for, or at least to apparently seem as though he was going to bid, you may keep it on you at all times. I'm not 100% sure if you take it off generally or not, but you just happen to notice as you're removing your armor and getting all of these straps and buckles and everything undone and stripped down to your main shirt and maybe throw on a vest that chain that you've worn on your neck with the pearl on it for your casting of Identify isn't on your person.
Did that fucker nick it?
Bitch fucker. There are multiple fuckers in this fuckery.
Who bumped into me?
The child.
Yeah.
The child, you also remember on your way to the library, there was this younger, but though now that you're thinking about maybe middle-aged woman who had more or less accosted you and asking, if you were new in town, if you were single Cathar, and it had reminded you somewhat of Sophia and Gertrude, and she was hanging off of you for a moment before you brushed her aside and moved on.
Oh, shit.
God damn it.
She wanted a different kind of pearl necklace from you.
Fucking.
Sorry.
No, that's Acrio. Anything else missing from him? Now he's gonna do a... God, like, Amrita's starting to get ready to go. He's, like, looking in his bag for his coin purse.
As far as you can tell, your coins, I imagine you keep a lot of them, either on the cart or, not traveling, walking around money anyway. As far as you can tell, all of your coinage is secure.
Got it. Okay. Then, yeah, the person sneak snunk.
Lorelei's following.
Snork sneep.
Turn around and just wham Lorelei.
Just punch out. No,
Yeah.
she's following. Like, as soon as one person, she's not being left alone in this Traveler's Inn right now. She's not being left alone. She is
So while
following him.
he's sneaking after Amrita, she's sneaking after him, and
Well, pretty much as soon as he gets to the door, she's gonna try and catch up to him and just grab the back of his shirt. Not say anything, but just so that he know that she's following.
Yeah, and he grabs it, squeezes it a little bit, and then just continues. Am I gonna have to define arm a guard?
Possibly.
No, it's
I will
okay. If
have
we
you
get
roll-
caught, we'll duck into an alleyway and we'll just kiss. And they'll be like, oh no.
I don't think that'll work.
A D10 plus
Yeah.
5
But then we can kiss before we go to prison.
D10 plus 5 from us or Amrita?
from you.
14. Nice. That gives us special event.
That's how many guards immediately descend upon our location.
As you make your way into the streets, and fortunately there are no guards, what light, if any, are you going to be using? Just the clear moonlight sky, as much dim light as you can have your eyes adjust to, or are you going to risk igniting a lantern or something of that sort?
He is using the lantern as sparingly as possible. Like he's actively opening, closing, opening, closing.
I believe hooded lantern has the ability you can put the hood down and it's just like a 5-foot radius of light. Stalking through the streets barefoot. The stones are cold. Did Lorelei even put on any shoes, or is she also just rushing behind Acrio?
I think she might just be in socks.
There's a shifting of stone, like a grinding sound, somewhere not too far from you. Acrio shifts the lantern that way, and initially you don't see anything. There's an alleyway, some amount of garbage and refuse that has just been piled up in this poor district. What do the both of you do?
Look at Lorelei.
Look at the pile.
A wooden plank shifts and falls over, hitting the ground.
There's a fucking fiddlesticks in this town. Approach with the lantern. Mask on, hand on my axe.
I'll have you make a perception check, but it will be, or investigation, your choice, but it'll be at disadvantage because you're not quite used to wearing the mask and it is dark out.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Damn.
Take it.
Alrighty then.
The A's today.
There's definitely a movement of something. Pair of eyes you would have thought maybe a dog's, as it just shifts back under the shadows, but then there's that stone grinding again, and now closer to it, under your bare feet, Acrio, you feel this rumbling, like the grinding in the cobblestones itself.
He'll put his hand to the ground and just...
Inflict wounds.
Oh, he doesn't have his hammer on him.
Oh, were you gonna do earthbending?
Yeah, he for a second tries to see if he can feel something. Because I know there's a spell called Stone Sense? Ground Sense?
Something like that. But you do, yeah, in that moment recognize that that is not a spell that you know, but it's something you have learned to channel through the hammer, which you don't have on you anymore. Can I have you roll a d4 and Lorelei roll a d6, please?
Like a D6, like a D6, not.
Oh, are those encounter rolls?
Yeah, is it who's gonna get
Yes.
murked by the stone creature? Oh, fuck.
Does that appear for you? I want to make
Yes.
sure that you can see that. Then I need both of you to roll initiative. Let me get your tokens out real quick.
Oh god.
No.
No, I shouldn't have a 12 AC. I should have an 11, right? Because it's 10 plus...
Yeah, make sure you turn off the Blessing of the Forge.
Oh, yeah, Blessing of the Forge. Got it. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, everybody make sure your AC is set to
My
what it
AC
would
is
be.
higher than yours. My AC is higher than yours.
Fortunately, Acrio is very perceptive in this moment as you see this shifting of movement back and then this grinding of stone underneath you and that vibration as you lean down and try to feel it and wish to get some kind of sense of what this is, and realizing that that's not going to be possible without your hammer. Both of you have this sudden exposed feeling in the darkness on this street. There are no guards in either direction as Acrio, the cobblestones vibrate and start to crack apart as this plated, spiky, insectoid-like face with mandibles starts to bore through it right up in your face.
Oh,
You
I
are the
love
first
that.
to act. What are you doing?
Oh,
Oh, I'm taking all of your armor when I'm done. That would be
What
so
is it? What is it with
terrifying
us and bug-like creatures coming out of the cobblestone near us?
the bug coming out all scary-like, and then Acrio like, I'm gonna use you, and it's like, oh shit, let's
But
go.
I'm gonna
First-
get you.
Can I have you roll a sanity check, as there is a very similar feeling to this as when Riverax bored through the streets of Braylet. I want to see
Is this-
how well Acrio reacts to that.
Oh boy.
13.
That's up to you. How well he processes.
I think
Too obsessed with the cool armor.
no. 13's the like when you know something's bad is happening. It's in your brain, but you're still focusing on the task. Not complete breakdown, but there's definitely that. The heart rate's up. As right out the gate, just how many of them are there?
I mean, you are transfixed on the one that's coming right for your face.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, is this why they have such draconian curfew laws? Because the fucking streets are bugs.
Just in the middle of the night, not quite as extravagant as the Blade of Wrath, but like with one hand he kind of has his axe in one, and then his hand kind of brushes over the other, and it just turns this vibrant orange from the core until the whole thing becomes so hot that it just bursts into flames, and then wham. 23,
That definitely hits.
5 slashing, and a con save.
Well, it says
The
straight
initial
away the
hit?
attack.
Yeah,
attack
the
is an
initial
extra
hit
1d6
deals a-
fire.
Yeah. You're guaranteed to do at least
Got
D6. That is 9 points.
Yay.
As far as you can tell, there is no resistance to this white-hot burning magic, or even the mundane blade as the hatchet attacks into the face, there's chittering, like this high-pitched screech, but it's not very loud. It's like a very quiet, like a whispered screech in your face as it like sizzles and burns.
Is it scared of the guard too?
Seeing sort of this fiery smite that Acrio throws out, like in this flash of light, I think that would lengthen Lorelei's shadows, and then they sort of curve around. And I'm going to put a night terror by the bugs.
Okay. Or at least by the one that you can see.
Yeah. It's like sort of just like triangulating the, just like, because I don't know, I imagine like Acrio's to the left of her, so she's going to put like the night terror like slightly to the right of her, so it's like sort of a semicircular thing.
Intelligence save. Very nice. Don't forget that this is a bonus action for you now.
Oh yeah! Sick!
Ooh,
I totally forgot.
It does fail as this shadowy duplicate of Lorelei invades the light coming from Acrio's burning hatchet, and you just see almost this dark shape with this flicker, almost silver gray eyes where they eyes should be. And what does it do to assault the mental faculties of this insect?
I think it's the way it kind of, it like goes straight for it as if it's trying to stomp it back into the earth. And it like, obviously it's like a spectre, it can't really do anything, but it's going with like such force and it causes it to flinch agonizingly.
As these insects are not intelligent, I'm gonna roll to see if this one is gonna go after Acrio or the Night Terror, thinking that it is a physical thing. Do you want odds or evens, Acrio?
Evens.
Evens will be Acrio. All right. It will attack the Night
Oh, yeah, you
Terror.
said it was a bonus action. I will also then.
Oh yeah.
I'll Sacred Flame it. Ooh, 11s. So many 11s today for me. Or two of them.
And another 12 for fail.
Yes.
Jesus.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
It is bloodied, but this flaming, screeching, chittering bug will attempt to lash out with its four legs, kind of these spiky praying mantis arms, and then mandible teeth at this shadowy figure, which I believe does hit the...
Yeah, it has a 14 AC. Higher AC than me.
Damn.
Wait, what's
Is it
your
immune
AC?
to any types of damage?
I don't think it is. I think it's just, yeah, it just has 10 HP, which is exactly what it just did.
What is that like for Lorelei seeing this, and Acrio either their reaction to seeing this thing tear into and destroy this shadowy figure?
Lorelei has this initial jolt of worry for the shadow, even though it's like she's kind of got this peculiar dynamic where she isn't quite sure if it's friend or foe, but there's that initial like, don't hurt it as soon as it goes for it. It felt like an out-of-body experience, like it felt like by all rights that was her. So there's that initial like, oh, okay, that wasn't me, I'm fine.
It's almost a phantom pain.
Yeah, she gets like empathy pain.
Standing on the earth. Sorry, Metal Gear Solid reference.
Standing here, I realize that's Metal Gear Rising.
And what's Acrio's feeling, even though he knows that's not exactly Lorelei, but it doesn't look like her? Almost would have mistaken it for her.
In the dark.
I think the it's not her is making him like the instead of a oh no that's her, that's a oh that thing can be killed.
The bug itself, after like biting and tearing into her, you see it, the legs hit the stone and then start to scratch at it where the shadow was, kind of confused as it spins and scurries around. At the same moment, the one from down in the alley that was not underground moves forward, knocking over a bunch of the boards and refuse and things. Its mouth open up just into the light of your lantern and the glow of Acrio's hand axe, as there is this gurgling sound, and I need both of you to make a dexterity save as this spray of caustic acid shoots through this alleyway and then lands on you with a sizzle.
God, fuck.
Does Lorelei make it?
What would you do if she didn't?
Fire of Hope.
Okay. Because that would be a fail.
Got it. So as Acrio spins out of the way and kind of catches his footing as the acid goes past him, he sees Lorelei probably start to slip on the stone as she tries to get out of the way, and his eyes flash as her foot hopefully catches on the stone so that she can get herself out of the way.
Does that allow you to make a reroll with advantage?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can roll one more time.
Yay! Oh no!
Fuck.
Oh shit! Wait, no!
So it's with advantage, so you take the higher one, regardless.
Okay. Okay.
As that will still be a fail,
Oh.
you'll take 13 points of acid damage as you are hit with this boiling, it's like physically hot at first, and then you realize it's like melting through the dress and like almost fusing the cloth into your flesh. Acrio, you're hit with just a bit of the spray of this, not nearly as much, so only 6 points.
Got it.
And the one that was on fire will have to make a con save and possibly take more fire.
Oh, that's more fire.
Roll another d6 as it remains on fire. The one that attacked the shadow.
5.
It is still up, but you can see that the burning is causing it to slow down. It's, you know, when you see a spider die and it starts to, like, part of its body is just twitching, and it's still kind of alive, but this burning sensation is definitely starting to char and blacken and burn through whatever exoskeleton it has.
Sick.
But I will have you make a con save to maintain concentration on that,
Yes.
as you are hit with some acid.
There we go. Yeah, so like little spots all splattered across his back, kind of have holes in them with like little red divots where the spray still kind of caught him.
Doesn't look like the pox at all.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, because instead of bubbles, it's just pits. Yeah, we'll try and kill the bug.
18 will manage to hit.
Sick. And that'll be against the weak one.
5 slashing is exactly the amount of hit points it had after the fire damage.
Perfect. How big are these things? Like,
It was you when you first caught sight of it, you thought it was about the size of a dog. So it's like a dog-sized ant.
oh,
It's like
Like
Pokemon.
dandy-sized dog ant?
Roughly, yes. With more acid.
don't like that. Okay. Run up, put my foot on its back, and then just repeatedly chop it like a block of wood until it's in 2 pieces.
Till your bloody barefoot slips off the back of it.
Yeah.
So, as far as we were aware, there were just 2 of them, and one of them's now dead.
As far as you're aware.
So, focus all the... I don't think Lorelei's ever tried doing the Night Terror twice in a row, because it's never been vanquished before, so I think she's going to give it a try, see if it comes again, like in the light, as, you know, the thing sort of crackles with the fire again, and as it dies, in that sputtering light, I think she would huddle over and just let the shadows pull from her, and hopefully
Make a
coalesce
sanity
into
check. How do you think she reacts to this? And then I'll tell you what happens.
It's a mixture of panic, like I don't know if it's gonna work, and also I need this to work because I think it's the best I can do right now, and I need to rely on it. And so while I don't enjoy this, I'm willing to do it if it'll keep me and Acrio safe.
in Lorelei's mind as she's focusing and trying to project this shadow out. She never really found a way to control it before. She knows she can, but she can't at the same time. The darkness does seem to spread, and it's like feeling a part of yourself leaving your body as like an extension. And Lorelei, the first thing that comes to mind as you're doing this is snow and red blood splattered on the snow as you saw that form of Lars take shape out of him as he was near death, and a projection of him reappear in those final moments. But it does work.
What? I missed all of that.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. Luckily, it's pitch black, so no one can see the fact that she is now crying buckets. Night Terror, that one guy. One man, please. Fuck me. Oh, two. Hell yeah.
That is pretty substantial, as this one that is spit acids recoils back somewhat into the alley again, knocking over some more of the debris that's in there, causing a bit of a ruckus. Also
And
masking the weeping.
Yeah, as this shadow peels away from her, she turns around and tries to just rip another sacred flame directly at it. And after she speaks the verbal components for sacred flame, she just mutters, "Don't run too far."
Searing sacred flame that flashes from Lorelei is enough to like tear a hole in the bug. One of its, actually two of its legs are torn off at this. It is bloodied in the street and just like squirming. I will see if it gets back. It does not get back acid. Acrio's probably the closest target, as he is in the process. As that's going on, he's hacking into the other one, so it will attempt to bite at him. You feel these mandibles, though there's only one leg, it's like a praying mantis where it like locks in on you on one of the front legs, clasping you, knocking into your back as you feel the mandibles biting into your like the lower part of your leg, pulling you down. You are grappled by it, unable to move from where you are, as it's just latched onto you like it's in a death roll. And at the start of the third round, which is what you had rolled, now you start to hear shouts and boots and heavy clanking moving toward you from down one of the other roads.
Okay, time to go. Can't go yet. Just, yeah, try and... Can't even Scorching Ray right now. Oh wait, I don't have a thing. I could have sworn Dazzle was like a flash of light and you broke grapple.
I think that's
not.
Gleam. That's one of the ones that I know
Asuriel has that.
Asuriel has that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
I would say this bug looks pretty rough. I mean,
Yeah, I'll just chop it. I already used the spell slot.
unfortunately, it's not quite that rough.
Got it. Lorelei.
As this thing is
On it.
bitten into you and grabbed onto your leg with this bent, clawed arm, and the spikes within it dig into your flesh, you swing back behind you. You can't really aim very well. You lodge the axe into this plating. It pierces pretty easily, but then as you try to pull it back out, you find that the axe hit is kind of like lodged in it. You didn't do enough damage, but you have to struggle to pull it back out.
Oh, wait, Robin. Do you have your melee weapon on you?
I don't
Would
know.
she have brought a flail?
I don't know if she would have.
I've blown out. Okay,
Could
that'll
I
be my
roll
turn.
could I roll like percentile for it?
I will have you roll.
An intelligence check to see if I had the forethought.
That's kind of the idea, but I don't know about an intelligence check.
Wisdom? That seems a wise thing to do. Come prepared.
Yeah, a preemptive wisdom check.
Because I don't want to be like,
DC
oh yeah, no, I
15.
totally did, when I didn't
Yeah.
think of it. 15. That's...
Just enough.
Ah, okay. What now? What? Why?
Oh, nothing. That's my turn. I'm fucking with you.
Ah!
Problem is you actually have to hit to do that.
Oh,
and you
do I have to
didn't-
hit?
Yeah, it says when you hit a creature with a melee attack.
I
when you
thought
make
it
a
was
melee
when you
attack.
make them. Okay, yeah, never
You have to
mind. I
actually
do
have to
have
hit.
nothing.
Dang.
But Lorelei does have a flail on her now, so you could crush this thing if you want.
I could,
I
but
think
I
she
also...
has cantrips that do more damage.
Yeah, they blitz it way harder.
Yeah.
Although I think right now she might, like, initially resist even just looking at the Night Tower right now, even though it's still there and she did just bring it up. She'd be like, I want to see if I can do this the good way first. Sacred Flame. Please work. It's like, please don't make me have to do this. I don't want to resort to this.
Does fail. 12 points of radiant damage. Oh my god, it literally has 13.
Bitch!
I'm not
Fine.
kidding.
It's that night terror.
Seeing it still clutching to whatever remnants of aliveness it still has, she acquiesces and will send the Night Terror to finish the job.
Almost certainly going to happen if it
Don't say that!
with its -5 intelligence.
Oh, fuck.
Literally has to roll
Yep.
a nat 20 to even meet.
To meet, wow.
Just does
Damn.
not. This animal clinging onto Acrio's flesh as he's fighting off, trying to pull his hand axe from it, and you hit it with this sacred flame, it twitches, like yanks his leg out from under him. Acrio falls to the stone as he then gets his hand axe free, and just as the bug is like almost crawling on top of him with its one leg, dragging itself forward, this night terror, this element, this shadow of Lorelei just flares at it. And Acrio, you see this acid bubbling in its mouth as it just starts to like drain down its mandibles, and the thing just collapses in front of you on the street.
Yeah, take a second to process that before.
Now we run. Now we run.
Yeah, grab the
Fucking
bug, tuck
run.
it under my shoulder, and
Which is go. Which way are we running?
in the direction of Amrita.
Oh god. We're not running back?
Why would we run back?
I'll have you make stealth checks. And probably at disadvantage if you're also trying to drag a dog-sized bug with you.
Yeah, why are you taking the bug?
Bloody and acid covered.
No, as soon as the bug becomes an inconvenience, just drop it, like throw it as like a trail.
It went that way.
Yeah. And it just like smashes against a stone and like splatters with
The sizzle's
with-
still a bit from the acid still in its
Yeah.
tummy. Ew. So that'd be regular stealth or still?
Yes.
Lorelei, I'm begging you.
I'm gonna give myself guidance on that because I know we're running.
I'm gonna join the hero point into that. Would that be good? Yeah, I'm gonna do hero point into that. For duh. That's much better. I'll take that.
Yes.
No,
And,
I'll take that for a gun for a fuck.
Jeez.
Acrio is
Acrio suddenly
remarkably
multi-classes into
quiet.
rogue.
Damn.
With this spike in your heart rate and the bit of blood lost, still that stinging acid in your flesh, and Acrio throws the body of this thing off down one way. Both of you realize that Acrio's footprints are leaving blood behind for a moment, but that clears away fairly quickly. Did he grab his lantern?
I don't think he ever let go of the lantern.
Then yeah, you can keep the hood low on that to reduce any light that anyone else might see. This sudden burst of speed and exhilaration causing both of you to pant heavily but quietly as you move away, and then slowly have to reduce your speed so you're not making near as much noise and start to creep. You can still hear the guards cleaning up after this, saying something about there was someone out here. Spread out, look for him. But you will not be located this evening, as you can hunker down momentarily behind barrels or some such in the road, and then continue on to this pub that several of you had visited earlier, where Amrita is currently seated. What is she doing?
She is looking for Ballister to see if he's in the establishment to speak with him.
Potentially also Cillian, who you do not find. As you step in, there are no familiar faces. You take a seat just as this cacophony of noise is still coming at you. These displays on stage, these shows, these performances that are going on as everybody's getting involved and people getting more and more drunk. Deals are being made and gambling. There are no familiar faces in this crowd. You're not sure if this is a particular haunt of Ballestero Clouds, or if it was specifically because he was called there by Cillian's little thieves' cant marking the other day.
Yeah. I think she will listen for anything that sounds suspicious, or if there's any rumors about what's going on, and if she gets nothing, she'll be trying to listen if she goes up to the bar or something. Maybe.
Roll percentile, please.
Okay.
You don't, unfortunately, hear anything new of interest. There was one person talking about how they had seen Pearl in here just the other day at lunch, and then all of a sudden, that's how quickly you can go.
Barkeep.
What's that then?
Are there a group of hunters or anything in this area to speak to? Or general people that seem to do that?
Hunters. This time of year, that's more of a hunter's moon thing. It's all farming these days. I mean, there are some that make it up into the mountains. Mostly we have fishermen move through here, though even at this hour, more vagabonds than anything else.
You got anybody's names at all? Any people? Surely you gotta know something.
Now, why would someone in my position just be handing out names? This gives you a bit of a wink.
She'll set down a gold piece and slide it to him. I need a name of where to find someone, if you know.
Sometimes. Puts its finger on it, slides it across the bar.
And she gets in a low whisper, looking behind her to make sure no one is listening. There's a woman I'm looking for. I think her name is Helena? Lonnie? Something like that.
Make a persuasion check on top of that. You'll have advantage with the bribe. Bartender will say, Alana. I think that's who you mean. You're looking for a hunter. You won't find her around here. Not in this district. It's my understanding, she stalks the lighted streets. Uptown. Fool's errand, if you ask me.
Why?
Folk think she's after some kind of beast. There's no beasts in Hanweir. There's nothing out of the ordinary here.
Kind of beast.
Couldn't rightly say. It's all dodgy about it.
What district is that in that's the most lit?
As I said, uptown. Where the nicer folk live.
Thanks. If she comes around here, can you just tell her someone with the last name Mablethorne is looking for her?
Mablethorne. It's all up here. Names do tend to cross the bar.
Yeah, with that, she walks away, but she goes back and finds herself still sitting at the table, waiting. She's just looking around to see if Cillian might appear as well, but it just...
How long would you wait if he does not?
I don't know. How long were they there last time? Probably, I guess she could wait an hour, maybe.
Basically, that's just me telling you how long you want to be here before he doesn't show up.
Yeah, that's basically what she'd do, and then she'd probably leave after that.
Sure. Heading back to the Traveler's Inn, or what's her plan?
I think she will try to scout out where it looks like most of the lights are bright, and head back if it looks like it'd be too, or it'd probably be a lot more risky if it's has more flames or something with torches and whatnot.
This is what I'll say. If you move uptown, somewhat the direction, the way the river flows, there is this ambient glow above the city, while where you are is pitch blackness. You do have to dodge and avoid several patrols of guards on your way there, but they're all carrying lanterns and with your senses incredibly loud. Perhaps that's their intention. You're not 100% sure, but you move around them easily, let them pass till you find parts of the streets where there are these lamps lit with fire drooping either side, and the streets are illuminated. You see many of the houses in this area have a bit of lawn in front of them even. It's definitely a wealthier district. You pass by what looks to just be like a basic like walking park, fenced in, gated, just a big rectangle with fountain in the middle. Everything is quiet, and then there's movement, but there's no sound. It's almost like something is completely hushed, but a form catches the corner of your eye. What do you do?
Inhales to see if she can smell anything off and maybe try to get closer to it.
Make a survival check. There is something in the air, but you're not quite sure what it is. Something familiar. You're not sure if it's a person you've met before or why it almost draws you. But you shift around to where this movement had been, and you look down one of these streets. There's a bridge over multiple roadways crossing each other, and almost a part of the city that's like built onto a higher tier. And then from under this bridge, you see this claw that reaches out and then slowly moves forward with the rest of the body. And you recognize a werewolf, but this thing is larger than you have ever seen it. Every bit of 15, 20 feet tall, maybe, if it were to stand upright. There's a low growl that you can just barely make out. It's almost more like a rumble in the streets as this thing slinks forward, and then it twitches and
does it notice her?
It's sniffing the air. What do you do?
I think she will step out in front of it to where it can see her and looks at it.
Just as you are doing that, there's a sound. It sounds like a pebble being thrown, and the entire mass of flesh, this mountain of fur, shifts that way. You see its eyes are glowing this yellow. It's not quite like the flames that you've seen or others have seen in your own eyes, but there is this intense yellow glow to them as you then look to the source, rather from where the sound was to where it likely originated, and you see a woman in this hood, dark clothing, wielding a heavy crossbow, just looking at you. You can't even really see the upper part of her face, it's so shadowed. She just releases one hand, not even from the trigger, but the other side of the crossbow. And that's where we're going to drop the curtain on this week's session.
You found her.
That's a
Oh, she
big
is.
boy.